Football season is here, and if you're like most of us, catching the action on your phone, on the go, maybe late at night with earphones in, the IEM you pick actually matters more than you think. Today, I've got 3 budget IEMs that I specifically think are the best options for watching football on mobile. Not for music, not for movies, for football. And all 3 of them are easy to drive, meaning you don't need a fancy source. Any entry-level dongle DAC will get you there. Football on mobile is a specific listening experience. You need 3 things. 1. Bass that can handle crowd roar and the thump of a powerful shot without turning into mush. 2. A soundstage wide enough that you actually feel the spread of the pitch. And 3. Mid-range clarity, so commentary doesn't get buried under all that crowd noise.
Oh, what a sweet strike!
Flat, neutral IEMs. Not the movie here. You want something with energy, something that makes you feel the match. The 3 IEMs I'm about to cover tick all those boxes, and all of them sit under Rs 2,500, and most importantly, they are all easy to drive, doesn't need an expensive DAC to enjoy them. First up, the Kz Castor Bass Edition. The Castor is a single dynamic driver IEM, and the Bass Edition is specifically tuned with elevated sub-bass and mid-bass. What that means for football is that the crowd roar has real body, shots on goal land with impact, and stadium atmosphere actually sounds like a stadium. The soundstage on the Castor is notably wide for an IEM at this price. Imaging is decent enough that you can roughly place where the action is happening. The mid-range isn't the most forward, commentary sits a step back compared to the crowd. Kz Castor Bass Edition is the best for the full football atmosphere experience. Second, the Tangzu Wan'er S.G 2 Red Line Edition. The Red Line is a warm, slightly V-shaped tuning, a notch less aggressive than the Castor on bass, but more refined. The low end is fuller rather than punchy, crowd noise sounds rich and enveloping rather than hitting you hard. If you're watching a 90-minute match or a full tournament day, this one is significantly less fatiguing than the Castor. Where the Red Line pulls ahead is commentary clarity. The mid-range sits a bit higher in the mix compared to the Castor, so the commentator's voice doesn't compete as much with the crowd. Extra time, penalty shootouts, you'll catch every word. The build quality on the Red Line is also a step up visually. The red shell is a talking point. Tangzu Wan'er S.G 2 Red Line Edition is the best if you're watching long sessions and don't want ear fatigue. Third, the 7Hz X Crinacle Zero 2. The Zero 2 is a Harman-inspired tuning, which means it's more balanced than the other 2. Bass is present, but not the focus. The priority here is clarity, across the mid-range, across the treble, across the soundstage. And the soundstage on the Zero 2 is genuinely impressive at this price. Left-right separation is clear, imaging is precise, and you actually feel the directional shifts. Commentary on the Zero 2 is the best of these 3. Voices are natural, present, and clean. If you like to follow the tactical analysis and not just the excitement, this is your IEM. The trade-off is that the crowd roar and match atmosphere are less visceral than the Castor. You're not going to feel the stadium the same way, but you'll understand everything that's happening. 7Hz X Crinacle 2 is the best if you want tactical clarity and precise soundstage over raw atmosphere. Hope this is useful. Enjoy the game. Links to all 3 IEMs are in the description. If you've got a specific dongle DAC recommendations you're already using, drop it in the comments. I'm curious what most of you are pairing with. If this helped you pick, hit subscribe. More budget audio content is coming. I'll see you in the next one.